high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look out, buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
When you drive through a puddle, even if it's a small one, and just a little bit of water splashes, haha, it's fun. Guess what? Get on your brake pedal and ease on the brake pedal real slightly and dry those babies out. Because if you come through a puddle and then all of a sudden have to stop, you may not be able to. If those pads and rotors are soaking wet, you may have to dry them out. So do that. Just pay attention. Rule number one, pay attention in the rain. That's all there is to it. It's not that big a deal, but if you ever come through a puddle and stepped on your brake and there's nothing there, it's like stepping on a brick. You got a problem. Oh, you're still rolling. The brick is still rolling, by the way. All right, recalls, NHTSA, and these are official. Mercedes, 2016 to 2017, the power steering loss due to corrosion. How does a 3-year-old car corrode that bad already? Or 2-year-old, for that matter. Yahoo. 2019 Hyundai Velostar. It's one of their newer models. The driver's door flies open in a crash. Well, if you don't have your seatbelt on and the driver's door flies open, say goodbye. Toyota Sienna 2019, brand new. Spot weld on the door stops the airbag from deploying. Can we go a week without anything airbag being mentioned? I don't think so. Toyota Yaris 2015 to 2017. The airbags may not deploy. What am I thinking? This is encouraging. Your Porsche, or Porsche, if you like to call it that. I'm old school. We call it Porsche. 2010 to 2016. Various models, all different models of the Porsche. The AC unit shorts out, causing fire. So your air conditioning causes heat. You got to get that in and get it looked at. We don't work on these, but I have not heard of anybody that had one. But that's 6 years of cars. That's got to be a lot of cars. Mazda 6, 2011 to 2013. Road salt causes cross member to deteriorate or rot. Now, I can understand this corrosion. You're talking a 9-year-old car or 8-year-old car. I can understand corrosion there, and if the metal's crappy, which it probably was to begin with, it just rots away. And now the cross member is the thing that is behind the transmission. It holds it in place. So next thing you know, it's dragging the street. You don't need that. 2019 Volvo S60. The rear suspension links may be loose. Now, what does that mean? Whoever left them loose probably was a former employee that, before he left, he decided to leave his mark on Volvo X60s. The rear suspension comes loose. Your rear suspension comes loose, the very best thing that can happen is you have steering or handling problems with a little sway or whatever. The worst thing that could happen, you don't want to know. It's not pretty. So if you've got one of these Volvos, get it in and get it looked at. The 2016 Volvo XC90 crossover SUV. It has a coolant hose that leaks and creates a fire risk from coolant hose. The new coolant's got a lot of ethylene glycol in them. Honda is recalling its popular CR-V model, the crossover part, to address sharp metal parts in its steering wheel that could damage the driver's airbag. Now, driver's airbag wiring. That bothers me for one reason. If it can bother that wiring or it can hurt that wiring, it can also short it. And if it can short it, it can make it blow up in your face. In other words, not blow up, but it can make it deploy in your face. I'm assuming that the 2016 Volvo doesn't have a Takata, but I don't know. I just don't know. No, the Honda. That's the popular, these are brand new Hondas. So you tell me, but get it looked at. You know what? It's so easy to check. If you have a recall, go to the NHTSA website, National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. They have a spot there to check for recalls. You can put your VIN number of your car in there, and it will tell you if you are involved in any of the outgoing recalls. And there's a zillion of them. So you know what? You probably got, if you don't have one, I'll be amazed if you don't have one recall on your car. There have been so many in the last 10 years. And now when is a recall not a recall? When the recall has to be recalled. Wow. That's Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, huh? The recall of a recall. This week, Honda is recalling over 119,000 crossovers and SUVs, 2008 to 2015, to replace. Is that a word? Eric, you better look that up for me. Replace. I don't know. The original Takata airbags. In other words, they've been recalled once. They had the killer bags in them, and they got the new igniters. And the first replacement, turns out they're not fitted right on 119,000 of these vehicles. So the recall is not a recall anymore. It has been recalled. Yow. We got some quick stuff from around the car world that's kind of nifty, and I want to talk about. Don't forget this weekend, get out and get around. It's going to be nice. Hit the different car shows, and in between, I go to this car show or that car show. I get around. But in between, I stop at the Blue Top. It's funny how all my going to the car shows, somehow the Blue Top is right along the way. I like it. And there's always an auto value store right there. And I like to visit those auto value stores. They're not a new sponsor. They've been, when they were bumper to bumper, they were a sponsor for years. But I like to visit them because these are knowledgeable parts people. They're pretty slick. Pretty doggone slick. FCA is still looking for a partner. They just made a meager offer to the Renault board. No solid details. They were a bit sketchy. But my sources say the offer will get a hearty thumbs down. Renault doesn't want it. The FCA's got problems. Chrysler's got problems. Large. And they've been looking for a partner for how long? Sergio Marchionne, my favorite guy. He's been one of these guys. He started this looking for a partner, looking for someone. They're so far behind in the self-driving and the electric technology. They need a partner, somebody that can help with their technology. What are you going to do? All right. I told you a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, about the GM's Maven program. That's their division or their program for ride sharing. Some of them are self-driving. They'll have a self-driving car pick you up, yada, yada. Or you can rent this car and share it, and you bring it back. And, it's just like you don't have to buy a car. If you live in a big city, first of all, there's no place to park the doggone thing. And all the big cities are like that. And if you could park it, it would cost you a fortune. So why not call Maven, have them drop a car off to you, and off you go. Well, they're pulling out of Chicago. Why? GM's ride-sharing program took a big hit in the Windy City when it decided it had to shut down due to poor profit and loss numbers and the loss of vehicles. Yeah, loss of vehicles. Seems people were paying for the use of the vehicle and then selling them to the car theft rings on Chicago's west side. That's where they found most of them. Summarily, GM will exit 8 of the 17 markets they entered in the U.S. for poor usage and profitability. And there's said to be a reason. Well, no statistics are being cited regarding the theory in these 7 markets. So we'll stay tuned. But if you run out a car to somebody and you never get it back, the profit margin on your business goes way down. Okay, and your insurance company is only going to take that for so long. Okay, I mean, let's be honest about this. Insurance company is not going to put up with it for long. I got some quick hits from around the car world I got to share with you because some of them are kind of cool. All this talk about electric vehicles and yada yada yada. The newly organized Defense Department of the USA, our country, is said to be launching several hydrogen fuel cell products. In other words, they're not going the same way. They're going with hydrogen fuel cell. I'll tell you why. Hydrogen fuel cells drive just like the car you're driving now. It's like driving on natural gas, propane, or gasoline. Hydrogen fuel cells can have a powerful engine. They don't have a range limit. You don't have to recharge them. Of course, when the Army needs them, they're going to use them for tanks and stuff. They got to have unlimited range. in case they're chasing the bad guys down the street or something with their tanks. I don't know, but they really it makes more sense that the Army would go hydrogen fuel cell. Okay, we'll take a call here on the car phone. Let's see what we got going today. Let's talk to whoever this is. Hey, you're on with the car guy. Guys down the street or something.
Hey, they used to call me Ronnie the Wrench.
But hello. Really, it makes more sense. Hello, you're on with the car guy.
George,
yeah.
Call me Ronnie the Wrench.
Let's talk to man. Whoever this is. Hey, you're on with the car guy.
Hey, what's up, my friend?
Hey, yeah, you know what?
Ronnie the Wrench.
We gotta call Ronnie. You gotta call me back later. All right. Hello. There you go. You're on with the car guy. Yeah, that was a mix-up. Holy cow, Ronnie. What line did you call on? Okay, buddy. Nissan is eyeing a new $41 million crash test facility in Farmington Hills, Michigan. And it'll create 25 new high-tech jobs in that city. I'm telling you, Farmington's right outside Detroit. Detroit is the city to watch. I've told you the guys this for a while. Here, FCA, another quick hit. FCA's Detroit plans will include 4,950 jobs at FCA at Chrysler and between 1,000 and 2,000 more jobs at various suppliers in Detroit. We're talking 6, 7, 8,000 jobs more in Detroit. People are going to be moving back into Detroit. I mean, everybody in Detroit better be working, I'm telling you. With all the jobs they're creating in that town, woohoo! That's going to be the garden spot of the Midwest. You watch. And you know why? Because they're just booming. In an effort to draw more riders with additional safety features, Lyft, the ride-sharing company, they'll pick you up and take you back. They have added several new additions to their app program for your iPhone. The app will prominently display a Lyft driver's license plate, name, and vehicle type so that you get the right guy, or a girl. This is the one year that's coming for you, so you can know you don't get in the wrong car. This new app will automatically dial 911 on your phone with the push of a button. So Lyft wants you to know that they want you to be safe in their cars. That's what they want. I don't know why, but they do. I know why they do. You know what? I don't see this whole ride-sharing thing going very far because pretty soon they're going to be driverless. And all those people that put money into buying cars, they're going to be out of a job. But that's all right. Last month here, and this is a follow-up story about the union organization plans at the Honda plant, or VW plant, VW plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We've been talking about this all summer, you and I, and all winter. They've been trying to get organized down there. Well, here's the story on it. Last month, the National Labor Relations Bureau ruled that workers at the VW Chattanooga plant could hold a vote for organizing a union. Since then, the German automaker has won its bid to delay that vote. Okay, there's a little block and tackle going on here. Well, now, no less than 3 U.S. senators are vehemently urging VW to get off the pot now. Volkswagen, UAW spokesman Mark Clothier said Volkswagen should stop obstructing the rights of their workers to vote and have a union. Enough is enough. Okay? That's just the way it is. VW says it's neutral on this vote thing, but their actions don't say no, they're not. Okay? Well, you gotta love it. Volkswagen is a trip. Let me just tell you, they're a trip. GM Sierra, I told you, is going to have a carbon fiber box on the back. The pickup truck, the bed is going to be carbon fiber. Now they're going to start at $67,000. These pickups. This is like for the 150 or 100. I mean, the small one, half ton. GM plans to produce less than 1,000 of the carbon fiber boxes for the 2019 model year, followed by less than 20,000 in 2020. So in other words, they're not as excited about this carbon fiber as they'd like to be. Someone in GM is pushing for it. And hey, we'll see what happens. Carbon fiber is a lot lighter, supposedly just as strong as steel, and does not rust away or doesn't break. I mean, it's just carbon fiber is pretty good stuff, but it's got to be more expensive. That pickup truck starts at $67,000. Starts. That's a lot of money for a pickup truck, especially if you throw dirt in the back. Holy crap! All right, the NTSB, that's the National Transportation Safety Board, has issued a preliminary report regarding a Tesla autopilot fatality that took place in Florida on March 1st, 2019. This is a deal where Tesla has said, oh, it's not our fault. But in summary, the Tesla was traveling on a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit road while on autopilot, but going 68 miles per hour. A large truck was crossing the road, and for whatever reason, the Tesla did not stop. As a result, the Tesla hit the truck, slicing the roof off the car, and the person in the Tesla died. The remains of the car were found 1,600 feet away when it came to a stop. So why was it going that fast? Why? Why was that car going that speed in a 55-mile-an-hour zone?